Hey guys, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and today I wanted to get this party started with Invisible Woman. I freaking love Invisible Woman, and I think this uniform looks spectacular. She looks cute as hell, especially with her hair the way it's styled. Looking pretty awesome, man. And I think the question is, is the uniform better? Well, obviously from any kind of stat boost, it's going to be better, guys. But how much stronger is this uniform? Well, that's what we're about to find out. Now, my Sue's ranked 468 in the world, which is kind of surprising. I'm surprised more people don't have her built up, but okay, cool. She has 28,000 energy attack. She has 121 attack speed, 45 crit rate, more or less max critical damage, max ignore defense, and max skill cooldown. All of her gears are, well, her first and last gear are 25. She has all 5-star Urus. She's a level 70 character. And all of her skills are at 6. Now, something I really noticed, guys, they changed the one skill, right? They gave her this bind, and it's a different animations. It's a real beautiful skill. And they changed the 4, which is really cool. And they changed the 5. And if you look at the cooldown times, on this 5. 18 seconds, so it's on a 9-second cooldown, and the 4 is on an 8-second cooldown. Well, if you equip the previous uni, you see the 5 is on a 6.5-second cooldown, and the 4 is on a 6-second cooldown. So they increased the cooldowns by quite a bit on her uniform, and I gotta tell you guys, I don't really care for that. She's definitely doing more damage, but because her cooldowns are at a longer time now, they take longer, your proc can really get thrown off. And something that is different with this uniform is most of the damage is going to come on your 5th skill, this skill right here. And this thing is gorgeous. I love the animation changes. I think it's awesome. But it is one long iframe, and it's on a 9-second cooldown. That's a long time. Your proc will trigger every 7 seconds, guys. Every 7 seconds it will trigger as long as you're doing hits. At least with the normal damage proc. And, 7 seconds, 9-second, cooldown the 5, you guys can do the math. So if you're continuously trying to charm, and that charm's on a 3.5-second cooldown, you want to constantly charm the opponents, your proc will actually get thrown off. The rotation is a little wacky. I'm still kind of working on it because I just got her, and I did do the beta test with her, but I didn't really practice a lot with her because I didn't have certain skills available. And now I do. Now I have all of them, so now I can actually practice with her and test her a little bit. And what I'm finding is, and they did take the attack buff from the 4. You guys can see there's no attack buff. You just got this immunity here. And the rotation I'm doing anyways, at least for the moment, I might change this as I hit the 4 and then the 5. You can cancel the 4, which is really nice. There, I kind of messed up a little bit. But you hit the 4, then the 5, just like that. And you can cancel the 4, which is freaking awesome. That's awesome. You let the 5 completely play out. Then you'll hit your charm. And then what I like to do is I'll hit the 1 and then the 3. I like to throw in that 1 once in a while. It's on a real short cooldown, just for a little extra damage. And sometimes, depending on where the proc is, I'll hit the 2, get the charm, hit the 1, then the 4, then the 5. And get all that damage all at once. And that's pretty awesome, guys. I mean, look at all those hits. So, I mean, she is better. We still have the all defense down on the 3. She is better, but she requires, it's much more difficult to keep the proc where it belongs. Before, it was easy to keep the proc on the 5th skill or on the 3rd skill, whichever one you prefer to play with. Some guys like to proc on the 5th, some guys like to proc on the 3rd with her base kit. But with this uniform, it's very difficult. The proc really gets thrown off. I mean, you'd almost be better off to do, proc on the 5, then the 3, then the 5. I try to keep the proc on the 5th as much as I can because I want to do as much damage as I can with her. And, the 2's, pretty much the same. The 1, and you guys are going to see in the gameplay that proc, it's just real difficult to keep up because you want to keep the world boss charmed the whole time. That will keep the world boss from doing certain phases, bringing down purple and what have you, to kill you. And because you're constantly charming, sometimes your proc is off cooldown and then you hit the 2 and it will trigger the proc. Before you could throw in the charm in between your procs with her base kit, but now it's, I mean, it's really wacky, guys. Like, I don't know, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the uniform. It's definitely better, and you guys will see that. She is stronger. You know, is she astronomical stronger? Like, did she get, like, the upgrade that Psylocke got? No, I don't think so, guys. I don't think she got the upgrade that Psylocke got. Psylocke's uniform, when you equip that thing can easily go up 5 stages. Easily. But this uniform, I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. I did a run and I got max raid level. I did a run with her where she did stage 60 and I used Nick Fury's leadership. And I used Coulson, but, you know, we're going to use Shuri today because Coulson's actually wrong. You know, he gives that guaranteed 20% crit rate, and she has guaranteed crit rate, which does not stack. So you're better off to use a support character that doesn't have guaranteed critical rate. But it's still 45% damage dealt to supervillains. And we're going to use the exact same strikers, 3 ignore dodge strikers, and we're going to use Scarlet and Deadpool. And guys, you're going to see that, yeah, she's stronger, but is she astronomically stronger? I mean, you know, she definitely better, but I don't think it's like God level better. She has a stage 6 overdrive set, and she has a CTP of energy with a 200% damage proc. Her uniform is at normal, and you take a look at the uniform effect, and it gives her 10% increase of energy attack, which is nice, man. That's freaking awesome. I mean, I love it. I mean, she still has the penetration. You know, whether or not she'll be better for PvP, I don't know. Maybe she will be. I mean, I have no idea, guys. We'll have to wait and see. But she is better in PvE. I mean, you guys will see that. I just think, I mean, it might take just a little getting used to. I mean, maybe I just need to play it a little bit more, get used to the rotations, and maybe it'll grow on me a lot more. But right now, it is better, but I don't think it really is good enough. I think it should be a little stronger, and I really think them cooldowns on the 4 and the 5 should be dropped at least 1 second. If that 5 was on an 8-second cooldown and that 4 was on a 7-second cooldown, or even if the 4 was on an 8-second cooldown, you know, the 4 and 5 were both on 8-second cooldowns, it would be much easier to keep the proc where you want it, which is the 5th skill. So that's something to keep in mind, guys, when you're playing here, and if you're debating on whether or not you want to buy this uniform. Ease of play wise, I think this is better. I think the base kit is better. But this kit is, the uniform is better as far as going to be able to do more damage, which I guess is ultimately what really matters for most guys or most players. And, you know, and again, I think it's a beautiful uniform. So let's get into the world boss action and let's rock and roll. So we're going to run with the exact same team. Well, Shuri instead of Coulson, but still 45% damage on supervillains. And the exact same strikers. And you guys can see she is stronger. Stage 60 again, like I did a few days ago. And we're going to proc on that 5th. We hit the 4, 5. And look at that damage, guys. I mean, she is stronger. And I like to throw in that 1 there. But you're going to see it's real difficult. Now there I got the proc on the 5th again. So we're doing real good right now. We're going to hit that charm. But you want to keep, you know, Corvus charm. And right there, I skipped the charm. And I skipped the charm because Scarlet had Corvus mind control. So that's kind of how you have to play sometimes, you know. If you got Scarlet in there and she mind controls him, maybe you want to skip that charm so you don't trigger your proc early, because you want to try to proc on that 5th skill. I mean, look at the damage from that thing. That's where you want it. So right now I'm going to hit the 4, 5. I didn't hit the charm again because Scarlet had Corvus mind control. There we go. And we got the charm in. Good. It's tricky, guys. Now right there, I hit the proc on my charm. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. It gets thrown off a little bit, man. Then you got to kind of finagle your way back in there, time things a little bit different to get your proc back where it belongs. She's just a way more difficult to play. Now her survivability is still insane. I mean, she still has invincibility, immunity, iframes. I mean, she still has insane survivability. I don't worry about dying with her. It's just I worry about playing her optimally, you know, to play her to where you time the proc on the skill you want every single time. That's what I want. And right there, guys, you see me hit the 1, the 4, and then the 5. Tying all 3 of those skills together, man. It's pretty awesome. You don't have to use the one, but I like to because I always try to do as much damage as possible, try to put a good showing for these characters. And you know, Sue is awesome, guys, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm dogging on her because I think she's fantastic. I mean, literally, no pun intended, but she is. I mean, look at her, she's freaking destroying this thing. She's destroying it. You know, the last time I did this, I had 1 minute and 30 seconds left with her base kit. So now we have this uniform, it's just at normal rank. But like I said, with Psylocke, you equip the uni, you can jump up 5 stages easily, guys. You can go over that actually, but easily 5 stages. And we're going to see just how fast Sue does this. And she's doing really well. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, she's doing well, but you guys see that I'm not quite keeping the proc where it belongs. Really need to practice with her a little bit more. Get a nice set rotation for her. You know, I haven't had a whole lot of time with her, so it is what it is. But she's definitely doing a whole lot better, guys. I mean, look at this. This is almost 1 minute faster than what she did with her base kit. And 1 minute faster means about 3 stages, maybe 4 stages improvement, which is really good. But it's not quite Psylocke treatment. Now I'm going to have to play with her a little bit more, kind of practice my rotations, and see how she does in other world boss. But so far, I think she's pretty awesome. I don't think it's quite the upgrade that she deserves, but still pretty awesome. So guys, let me know what you think about old Sue, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. Which ability gives super armor? Invincibility or immunity to all damage?